Bill Belichick's girlfriend, she didn't get lucky this time. Well, I'm sorry. Shouldn't be any luck involved. She was it third place, Lummy?
Looks like, yeah.
Last year she got second place in the Miss Maine competition. This chick.
I think about this really often.
Hold on here. This chick really is full of herself.
Is this the girl?
Yes.
This is the girlfriend?
I guess this is her. The question. And Seth and I were actually kind of making fun of the fact that why do beauty pageants still have the Q&A?
I mean, they should replace it with a twerk session. I mean, there's something. Yeah, I mean, could you be an OnlyFans model if things went awry? Let's improv.
Yeah,
but I don't
know that anybody that's ever won a competition, a girl, a 300-pounder who absolutely didn't win the nightgown competition. Seth didn't win the bikini competition, but she nailed the Q&A.
Oh, the Save the World contest.
Yeah,
they were 10 for 10.
Yeah.
But this is some of the best clips we get every year. Is what they say, the stupid things. Remember, and the one girl,
such as U.S. Americans, such as Obama, and such as don't have the adequate. Yeah. But by the way, cute. The girl, she was from South Carolina. Cute as hell.
Right.
Hot as absolute hell, but dumber than a box of rocks. But that's usually how it works out, ain't it?
It was Miss Teen South Carolina. I'm not sure where her age range was, but she could have been cute. She could have been hot.
She was 19, 18, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mario Lopez was taking her on.
I think about this really often because there's a mass exodus of fishermen that's occurring in the rural areas of Maine, and I don't want to see more fishermen displaced. As your next Miss Maine USA, I would make it a point to go into the communities, to go to the legislature, to go into the government and advocate for these people so that they don't have to think about these memories as a past moment. Thank you.
Go Tar Heels.
So runner-up in Maine?
I sent you
I don't know what.
I sent you the first place person looked like.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I don't know what the question was. Was it, are we sad that we're losing the fishing industry out of Maine?
What would you do with your platform as Miss Maine?
Oh, is that what it was?
Sounded like.
Is this the girl that won?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she should have.
She is prettier.
Way prettier.
I'd like to hear her answer.
And she's not,
You think Belichick's hitting that today?
Oh.
Is that her name?
No, Bangor is the city she's from.
Her name's Shelby Howell. Shelby Howell.
She's from Bangor,
Maine.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so stupid.
What, this right here?
Dressed like a bow,
A big bow. I hate that.
That's stupid.
Without the bow, though, would that be beautiful?
How about that? How about walking out of there? Oh, hold on. Sir, talking. Hi. My name is
Foundation. I started this nonprofit because I believe every parent deserves a chance to build.
I'm gonna hear it again.
I'm the founder of the Single Parent Housing Foundation. I started this nonprofit because I believe every parent deserves a chance to build a safe and stable home no matter their circumstances. In Maine, thousands of single parents are doing everything they can to keep a roof over their children's heads, but the odds are stacked against them. Over half of low-income renters live in unsafe housing. More than 1 in 5 families are led by single parents, many living near or below the poverty line.
Okay, whatever. Great. Bill Belichick in attendance as girlfriend Jordon Hudson finishes third in the Miss Maine USA pageant. Is it fast forwarded to the high spot, or do we know?
Play out like it did. Do you think there's any change within North Carolina with her role with Bill?
The fascinating thing about Belichick is that he has this inner circle, people who have insulated him as best they can from all of these concerns, right? And so I'm going to say, spoiler alert, answer to your question is no. And the reason is because he is a football creature with a bunch of, frankly...
I got to think that North Carolina might be worried about losing Bill. And, if Bill wants... Because the reports, Lummy, is that the university. By the way, we've already gone through the winter, so I don't need that. The story is that the university has asked her to not attend the football facilities? Is that what we're getting? That they have kind of banned?
That's what Pablo Torre right here, that's what he reported. UNC released a statement either later that day or Saturday saying that she's always welcome, but she is not an official employee of the University of North Carolina. So they were trying to say it's not that she's banned, it's just that she doesn't officially work there in a capacity to be in certain places.
Right.
Yeah, she can't just walk around everywhere.
So, I mean, I don't know if the gray area might be maybe she really was banned and this is how they're trying to smooth it out.
Well,
but there's no way North Carolina ever thought that Bill Belichick would be a distraction.
Would be such a pee-whipped dude that let some 24 or 25-year-old completely be the booker. Like 100% lock, stock, and barrel. She runs the show.
I think you also may have to make a distinction between a professional organization and a college organization, because in a professional organization, they're autonomous. And so if Coach Gruden's wife or Dungy's wife or Todd Bowles' wife wanted to go anywhere at one Buccaneer place, she'd be welcome.
Yes.
And so that wouldn't be the same if he was a coach at, University of Tampa, because colleges have different security and it's a different level of security. So maybe she does need some sort of, ceremonious title so she does have access.
Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
Yeah, but it would be shameful for him not to be able to have her with him. Just like I'm sure all the other college coaches have their significant others with them.
All he's got to do is say, here's the thing. They're not giving her a press pass. They're not giving her unbridled authority.
She'll go anywhere she wants.
Right.
He's got to say,
it.
okay, but now you can.
He's gonna tell the dude that works the gate at the practice facility, if my girlfriend ever comes rolling through here, let her through.
Yep. She's a guest.
A couple of breaking news updates since what has happened publicly since we last gathered. Number one, okay? Two sources at the University of North Carolina tell me that there has been a decision, it was made last week, by the higher-ups inside the athletic department that had hired Bill Belichick to be the highest-paid public employee, not just coach, in the state of North Carolina at $10 million a year. And that decision was that Jordon Hudson...
By the way, Lummy, did you know that I think Dion's on the $10 million? I think he's at $10 million now.
Is he?
I think so.
Is he right there?
Is no longer allowed in the football building.
Okay.
She is not allowed on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
Quote. See, I don't believe that for a minute.
Not for a second, dude.
Not for a second.
This is just clickbait. These guys are talking just to hear their own voices.
Pablo Torre said he talked to 11 different people at the University of North Carolina about this story. So,
Were they students?
What's that?
Were they students?
No, the people that were in Bill Belichick's circle. And I mean, you have to admit there had to be something there for North Carolina to come out again
and then backtrack
and have a statement about it, like they had to have a statement about the CBS interview.
I don't think you'll be hearing much from Jordon moving forward.
Wow.
Dang, not in the
flippant.
building?
That's a little flippant. I feel like that is what is done with a distraction, and a team is within its rights to do that when it comes to external distraction.
Yes, you're right, but not when you're dealing with the level of talent like a Nick Saban, a Bill Belichick, some of these a Dabo Sweeney, some of these huge franchises within the college world that are virtually untouchable. You may have protocol for, various other coaches, but there's some whales, Dion's one of them, that, the university is not going to stop their significant other from being right, this very picture, being right there on the sidelines, right by Bill, full access, wherever she wants to go.
Now, do we think, maybe we know, I don't know if we know, do we think this is like the athletic director at UNC being like, this is a problem? Or do you think it's Bill going to the athletic director and being like, I would really love it if you said this was a problem?
Of like...
I don't know. I mean,
that's funny.
I can see Bill... I don't know, man.
He's got no hand. Is that what we're supposed to believe? Is he can't say it? He has to go to the athletic department and whisper to them, could you tell her no, please?
That's just going to piss her off more, though. I mean, if he wants any ass for a couple weeks.
He said you can't come.
Yeah, I would
love to have you there.
Oh my God,
you're my cheerleader.
Because if she's the booking bitch that I think she is, she says, well, then you march your ass in that athletic director's office and you tell them.
Yes.
You tell them that I am going to come and go as I please. And you know what? I need a golf cart too. This is a big ass campus, and I can't just walk around these white boot stilettos, hurt my feet.
I'm getting a cramp.
Who's got tarier heels than you?
You're my cheerleader.
You gotta be there, babe. But freaking Donnie's on my back.
Bubba Cunningham.
Is that his name? Bubba Cunningham?
Bubba, you know the way.
Bubba Cunningham
Oh,
is the
look at
athletic
that,
director.
yeah.
You know how Bubba can be.
Listen, he's tough.
I think
He
Bubba's
rides
jealous. I wouldn't say it to him, but I think Bubba's jealous.
Yeah.
That's my Bill Belichick impression.
That's really good.
That's
Enough of all that nonsense.
What has happened publicly since we last gathered? Number one.
Here's various reports from the Miss Maine deal of her getting beat.
They also said that Bill Belichick's family's very concerned about him.
They should be. Now that's a shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That was the second. That was the second part of his report.
Bill Belichick's family needs an intervention.
They think that she's going to ruin his legacy.
Yeah.
A New England Patriots legend is vying for a different title at the Miss Maine USA pageant.
Man, I will tell you this though, she is a distraction. You don't see any other major college program going through this type of significant other distraction, right? I mean, like...
Or publicity.
She's like the Merkel of college football.
Yes, she's the Meghan Markle. Yes,
Or was
Dan.
it Jessica Simpson too? Or,
What a beautiful analogy.
Romo?
She's the Meghan Markle, whatever the hell, of the royal family.
It's happening this weekend. We're talking about Jordon Hudson and Bill Belichick. NBC 10's Mary Marcos is live in Portland, Maine for us right now for the show. And Mary, it sounds like Bill's doing a lot more cheering than coaching tonight.
Definitely. I mean, see, so now
everyone's so glib about this. It's
story
it's jealousy. It's all jealousy.
But the story has become her.
Yeah, it's all jealousy though.
The story isn't about how good UNC's spring practice has gone.
Dude, everything was cool with Bill. Everybody thought he was a pimp and all that stuff until the CBS interview happened. And then that completely made it look like he is not running the show.
She showed her ass.
Right.
She showed her ass.
Joe Biden did the same thing last week with Joe Biden, and no one even cared.
It's a big difference.
So he's the president. Yeah, he's not just a coach of.
He's
UNC.
nothing anymore.
Former president.
I mean, UNC is. I mean, they're dead. I mean, they're paying him 10. He's one of the highest paid coaches in entire college football, right out of the hole. In order to get a guy that's this much of a legend, you have to pay him that. And so, but
he's arguably the greatest coach of all time.
Arguably, you're right.
Yep.
No other coach will win 8 Super Bowls. Nobody. I'm just telling you. There'll never be another coach. Just it'll never happen.
There'll never be another Belichick-Brady combination.
And
It
so,
took 2 of them.
But do you notice how nobody's having a conversation about how UNC's spring practice went? Nobody's having a conversation about how their Bill's first recruiting class is gone. Nobody's having a conversation about
the portal.
who they picked up in the portal. Nobody's having a conversation about any type of NIL money they've got, how much more NIL exposure and attention they've gotten because of Bill Belichick now as the coach. No, I haven't seen one report about that. All I see is her gobbling up the headlines.
Darren, and we will be keeping our eyes peeled to see
if I'm the number one quarterback, or I'm one of the top 5 players on UNC, I'm like, this bitch is eating up my ink. I'm not getting no ink. I'm not getting no nothing because my coach is in Maine watching his gold-digging bitch-ass girlfriend run. And by the way, she finished 2nd last year, and she finished 3rd this year. And my coach is more worried about that than me.
see if he came to cheer her on in person because she has some tough competition.
Including she was fighting a trans.
But do you think Maine has the same amount of competition as a state like California?
Contestant,
if you can't even win Maine, man.
This will be judged in
so, Bubba,
three
do you
distinct.
think Pope Leo's pissed off about her taking his ink?
No, Pope Leo got way more things to worry about right now.
Categories.
So hold on. Interview, swimsuit, evening gown. That's how it goes.
Interview, swimsuit, and evening gown. Those with the highest scores move on as semifinalists. Of the 17 women competing, 2 vying for the crown
17?
are already getting a lot of attention.
Hold on.
She got 3rd out of 17?
Yeah.
Jesus.
The trans
That's
got
like
in
a
the top
bad
10.
that's a bad sprint, huh?
Trans got in the
Jordon
top
Hudson
10.
from Hancock was the runner-up in last year's competition. She's hoping to take home the crown this time around. Meanwhile, Monson's Isabel St. Cyr is making history as the first transgender woman to compete for the coveted title. She posted on Instagram that she's excited to show off a Marilyn Monroe-inspired look.
Yeah, that skirt blows up. What do you see?
Now the competition kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight, followed by the finals tomorrow. We will bring it all to you. Live in Portland, Maine, Mary Marcos, NBC 10 Boss.
That feels a little excessive as far as covering it. But
I mean,
So
that
she
was
beat 13 girls and a guy.
And that was, and Seth, that was more.
Congratulations.
That was more like, oh my God, they're coming.
Yeah, that was TMZ stuff.
Yeah. You know, it's like. It's like, oh my God, they're on their way here, and I don't know.
Those
man.
were two really terrible news pieces.
Yeah.
This could crash and burn fast, though, man. If Bill Belichick isn't the same Bill that he was with,
if he goes 4-8,
if he goes 4-8, and every weekend, after the game, he's taking his babe out on a date, hitting the town. I don't know, man.
or they're showing pictures of practice, and she's over there holding a clipboard.
No, I really don't. I really think.
I'm just saying. Hey, we never. When she's out there, yeah.
She's drawing up plays.
Yeah. She's calling in audibles.
Yeah, but don't a lot of pro coaches struggle when they go to college and vice versa? Doesn't it? It's not an easy transition.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I
so
right?
you're correct.
Statistically, like if you look at all the coaches that went pro and then coached in the college, statistically he has less than a 50% chance of being a successful coach.
But it's
correct?
also the other way around too.
John Kostika, $100.
John Kostika. Love him. Thank you. It's also college coaches have a hard time making the pro. So it's just
a different
like,
game.
You gotta.
But they also couldn't pick. They also would have to walk into a situation where it was somebody else's players for 3 or 4 years. Now they get to walk in and they get to handpick their players. Guys want to come to Bill Belichick because of all the Super Bowls he's won. So
it's a different playing field for them.
But
I understand.
I think it's a smidge easier. I just don't see anybody like Bill Belichick. I don't see him having a hard time. Maybe the way he communicates with his athletes might be a little different, but I feel like he's going to be coaching the same way.
But I mean, I'm just saying, out of all the college coaches that are out there right now, how many of them are their significant others grabbing more headlines than their starting quarterback?
Only Urban Meyer when he was cheating on his wife.
Than their starting quarterback. Then their NIL program, their Porter program, and their starting quarterback.
We know more about Dion than a starting quarterback.
True.
Right now
we do, because I don't even know who his starting quarterback is.
Exactly. If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.